Hey, Dan Zimmerman here, otherwise known as Liberal Dan. This is the first installment of a new bit that I would like to call Man Rants. And without further ado, Liberal Dan Radio presents
Fat Man Rants!
I have had it up to here with conservatives who are trying to misrepresent the words of President Obama when he said, if you like your plan, you get to keep your plan. If you like your doctor, you get to keep your doctor. Those two political sound bites, are shorthand for what he said in his speech to Congress in 2009 that I will give a link to in this video. And that basically he said that there's nothing in the law that requires you to change your plan. There's nothing in the law that requires you to change your doctor. That's all he's saying with those two quotes. No more, no less. But the liars, the conservative liars, who are trying to say that Obama was a liar, are trying to assert that any loss of doctor or any loss of plan is Obama's fault, and that Obama is a liar for saying if you like your plan, you get to keep your plan. So, in order for you to believe that, in order for you to believe that Obama wasn't talking about the context of the law and what the law requires when it comes to keeping your plan, and instead was guaranteeing that you would get to keep your plan regardless, you would have to believe that Obama was saying that if you quit your job where you had employer-based insurance, that regardless of what your income level was, or your ability to pay those premiums, that you would be able to keep that employer-based plan. Even if the employer went out of business, even if the insurer that provided that insurance went out of business. According to these liars, these conservative liars, if that happened, if an insurer went out of business after the passage of the ACA, and people lost their plans because of it, that makes Obama a liar for saying if you like your plan, you get to keep your plan. Because according to these idiots, he was talking about every loss of plan and not just what the law requires. And it gets worse, folks, because when it comes to if you like your doctor, you get to keep your doctor. If you believe that Obama was not talking about the context of what the law requires when it comes to keeping your doctor, and instead you believe he was talking about keeping your doctor regardless of what happens, you would have to believe that Obama was saying that this law grants immortality to all doctors and requires, as a cost of that immortality, for you to treat all of your patients until they die. That's what you would have to believe in order to call Obama a liar if somebody loses their doctor. But no, these idiots want to say that if a doctor decides to quit, that, oh, well, I didn't get to keep my doctor, like Obama said, so therefore he is a liar. No! You dumb idiots! That is not what he said. He obviously was just talking about the context of what the law requires. Again, no more, no less. And you know what's worse than the conservatives who are repeating these lies or this idiocy or the combination of both? It's the liberals that are letting it happen. It's the liberals who are sitting there in Congress, they're serving in Congress, who instead of saying, these people are lying, that's not what Obama was talking about. Instead of saying that, they're going, oh, well, let's see what we can do to help people keep those plans that the insurers canceled. Because that's what the law has a provision in it that allows plans to be grandfathered. But they can't change too much afterwards, otherwise they stop being the plan. So what did the insurers do? They changed the plans. They purposefully changed the plans to make them lose their grandfatherability. It was the action of the insurers that caused them to lose that grandfatherability. And Obama is getting the blame by these conservatives who are trying to say that Obama lied when he says you get to keep your plan, Because again, they believe that any loss of insurance, any loss of plan, even if it means the insurer dumps the plan, that's somehow Obama's fault. It's ridiculous. It's crazy. But while all of that is crazy and that these conservatives are being allowed to get away with it, that's even the most crazy part of it all. Is that these liberals are standing here going, okay, let's try and let them keep those plans, or let's try and enable them to be able to keep those plans. That it's not Obama's fault that they lost the plans, but let's let them keep it anyway because we don't want them to be able to call Barack Obama a liar. You should just stop them from calling Obama a liar and expose them on their lies, expose them on their hypocrisies, expose them in what they're doing. Don't just sit back and allow it to happen. That's how you lost all the seats in 2010. That plus gerrymandering. But because you didn't stand up and fight against the lies. And it's going to happen again in 2014 if you don't stand up and grow a spine. So while the conservatives drive me nuts with their idiocy and their lies about this president, what drives me even more crazy is the fact that you have liberals who are just going to sit there and allow those lies to happen instead of standing up and confronting them as they happen. So stop catering to the lowest common denominator. Stop allowing them to lie about what this president said about keeping your plan and keeping your doctor, and call your congressman or senator and demand that they don't cater to this garbage and that they only accept good, reasonable changes to this law. Is this law perfect? No. There are things that can be changed in it. However, what these Republicans and conservatives are trying to do is not, doesn't have anything to do with protecting patients or telling the truth or anything. They just want to defeat Obamacare because it's Obama that did it. And that all they care about is the political stuff. And these lies and these idiotic statements about Obama being to blame because an insurer decided to no longer carry a policy and therefore Obama lied. No, they're wrong. And every single liberal needs to get up and stand up and call them out on it and stop being so weak. I'm sick of it.